I do specifically remember that was a Chris night.
Okay.
Murray.
Oh no.
We're on.
Myself.
Hello.
Everybody
No
shut up.
echo. No
Good
echo.
morning,
Okay.
people.
Yes, that was does not kill you, leave scars.
Shoo.
That which doesn't kill you weakens you for the next thing.
That's right.
I gotta say, there's a Facebook post that shows up on my feed in my memories like once a year because that's how Facebook memories work. But
Yeah.
it was a post by me that just says, "I have pulled a muscle in my back, stuck in the dishwasher, and no sentence has ever made me feel older." And every year when it comes up, it just makes me feel older again.
Hey, you want to feel old? Skyrim was released 11 years ago, 9 years ago, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, and last year.
It is-
Matt, I have 2 kids that can drive. That's what makes me feel old.
Yeah, I bet. I bet.
Somebody that was 2
Well, I guess
years
I'm
ahead of
about
me
to
in
have-
school has a granddaughter that just finished kindergarten.
Yeah, I'm getting to grandparent age.
Oh,
Well,
no, okay. So I don't know how to quite properly adjective this commentary.
Just jump in. It's fine.
But I have a lot of people that I went to high school with that are grandparents.
You're from around here,
mean,
aren't you?
A lot, which is kind of crazy.
I'll get my banjo.
Yes.
so I graduated with a woman who is now a great grandmother.
Whoa.
Granted,
How's that possible?
we were sophomores when she had her first kid. She got pregnant
Sophomores
really
in
young.
high school.
Yes.
Okay.
And then literally, I think her daughter got pregnant in high school as well. So like she was a 28-year-old grandmilf. I mean, and then
Wow.
so recently her granddaughter just had a baby. So she is a great grandmother at pushing 50, right? I mean, I'm 46 this year. I'm dating a girl, just started dating somebody and she's got grandkids, grandchild. I just broke my pen. But it's
Just
weird.
that
I don't know.
Get through.
Chuck.
You're worthless. Go to the pile. So I got a little bit of a head cold. I might sound a little more stuffy headed than I normally do. I'm
It's a tumor.
I'm hooked on Afrin, like really bad right now. I've been snorting all day.
It's the good stuff.
You're gonna die.
Afrin is a godsend.
Yeah.
That
That's-
chiropractors.
Is Afrin camphor, or is that something else?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
There was a friend of mine when I used to work on cars, and he was telling me about his warehouse days, and they got a shipment in of camphor, and what happened? Okay,
Somebody loved on Matt.
yeah,
I lived on me.
okay. But they got a container, a barrel of camphor, I believe that's what he said it was, and they said, be careful when you open it up. About the time he peeled the lid off of it, and the stuff hit him, the vapors hit him, and he was like, "Whoa!" And he sounded completely different because everything was cleared out, and they said, "All right, back up 5 feet." It's like, and just get something ready because all that stuff that he breathed solidified, and he had to it out. He said it was one of the nastiest feelings he'd ever had. I was like, okay.
So that was something that we quote enjoyed doing
Mhm.
in whenever we go out to the field. If we went to a base to do, I was in guard, so when we were doing our AT, our annual training, we would go to Fort Knox, Fort this, Fort that, all these other different places. But when we got there, we'd go to the CS gas chamber because, I mean, as absolutely horrible as it is, and it makes you just it's terrible.
Okay.
Just take my word for it.
CS gas?
CS, yeah, the
Okay.
tear gas.
Okay.
We'd go in there and we'd pop one, and we'd all just go in for like, I don't know, 8 seconds, like we're
Yeah.
riding a bull, and get the hell out of there, because after that much time, your entire head drains of all mucus,
Right.
and
Mhm.
it's very relieving. I mean, once the fire in your eyes burns out and like you can breathe again because your diaphragm's been frozen, you have a clear head. And we would do that because we're in the field for 2 weeks, and it's a good way to start the day. We do that day one and the final day.
I have a question about that story as somebody who's geographically challenged. Is Fort Knox in Knoxville?
No.
No, it's in Kentucky, which is north of Knoxville by about 4 or 5 hours.
I mean, it seemed obvious that it would be. When I heard the two names side by side in my head, I'm like, oh, of course
Knox
it is.
County,
But,
of course.
yeah.
Fort Knoxville.
I
Yes.
believe I would assume that it's named after the same person, but I don't know.
Possibly.
William P. Knox.
The P silent, so it's William Knox.
I think it's Henry. I think it's Henry Knox.
Henry Knox?
Yeah.
Can we call him Hank? Hank Knox?
No,
Hank
I
Knox sounds
don't
pretty
believe
cool.
that's allowed. I'm sorry.
Ah,
There'll be a knock on your door shortly.
We should discuss our previous episode for a moment
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
because you guys have been exploring.
but I want to live.
Yeah, that's why we need to discuss something for a moment. You have decided to continue on into the layer of what you have been assuming is a lich. And, you've been through a couple of fights. You've fought a T-Rex, a couple of ogres, a handful of horrible mucus worm monsters, and almost a dozen human zombies.
Hmm.
And now you've crept forward on the ceiling, upside down, and well hidden, you hope, to find somebody standing over a table. You're 30 feet up, you're upside down, you are well hidden because you do have the cloak. Got Farazan at the entrance, 40, 50 feet away. Khaldun at the neck, 60, 70 feet away. And the henchman back in a different room, staying alive. And if I'm not mistaken, the last thing that you did, Tarathiel, was to throw a psychic dagger
Mhm.
at the back of this person.
It seemed like a good plan.
And then we took a break and come back today. So first, roll the hit.
Do I have
Yeah,
advantage on this attack?
Super advantage.
Being hidden and on the ceiling and
Sure.
Mega super ultra damage or advantage.
and that's a 23 to hit.
Okay. So the dagger nails its place, but it goes straight through the image and it wavers, and you can see the illusion. And that's when all of you hear in your minds, I told them I don't want any disturbances, but I see you're not with them. Are you here to join my army? And you see, literally right
Oh crap!
beside you,
What of a schma.
the actual, you assume, Tarlikar. And when you see him, you look down at him, and he's staring directly at you with these red pinpoint eyes. Now let's roll initiative.
Uh-oh.
Is the image still there?
It's there, but it's wavered. I mean, you can't see it, but he can. So you interacted with it, right? So you sent a dagger through it, and then you realized very quickly that it was an illusion.
Called illusions, man.
Illusion spells. All right. Anybody get above a 20?
I don't know how many times you're going to ask this question.
We're all gonna die.
It does happen sometimes. 15 to 20.
Yeah, no.
No.
Wait.
Wait, no. No, wait.
What?
Well,
There is a roll above 18, but it's not mine. There's a roll above 15, but it's
that
not
was
mine.
for my dead familiar.
Oh, awesome.
She flips.
That
All
died
right.
to a
Well,
trap.
why don't you just tell me what you got?
She gets to make a cup of tea.
Tarathiel.
Tarathiel got an 11.
11. Farazan.
5.
5 is worse. Oh my goodness. Khaldun.
5.
Oh, which one of you two is going first?
Cal-
So for
There's
Zon,
only
I see a
7.
7.
Huh?
I see you have with a 7.
yeah, I'm sorry. 7.
So Farazan before Khaldun.
Yes.
All right. Let me roll mine. Evil
Oh.
has a place.
It always has a place.
It does have a place.
Is it a secret underground lair
Yes.
in a volcano?
With
So-
lasers.
Which secret underground layer under volcano?
The first thing that happens before Tarathiel, you get to go, a crackling cord of black energy raises his hand, points at you, open-handed, kind of like Emperor Palpatine, like zah, zah, zah. It's not lightning, it's like black lightning. It's negative energy.
Good.
Oh,
Reaches
That's
out,
the best kind.
and strikes you. Please give me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm not good at those.
You're correct. You're not good at those.
6.
All right. So you feel
Dead.
you don't take any damage, and really you don't feel anything except for that you feel this cold come over you, but you have no other effects. Now, Tarathiel, it's your turn.
I feel like I've been hexed.
And just to say, there is like he does this with his hand, but he drops his hand down. There is basically a black energy tether between the two of you.
That's the best kind.
Black energy tether. That's a band name.
That is another
Why am I
band
not-
name, yeah.
Why am I not writing down these band names as we play? Black energy tether.
If
We
you-
play.
If
Christian
you're
rock.
listening, please keep track of these and start a wiki. So that we don't have to.
Yep. But yeah, do the research for us.
Please. It's only fair in exchange for this free entertainment. All right, Tarathiel's going to scramble backwards across the ceiling.
That's cool.
Presumably the tether comes with me.
It does. You're still connected. Yes.
Gross. Have I got any idea what that might be?
You may attempt an Arcana check or straight up intelligence check.
That's good.
9.
Not really sure. You assume it's bad.
It's German for no. All right, I'm just going to throw another psychic dagger at the real one this time and see if I can hit him.
All right.
That's
roll
a
to hit.
16 to hit.
16. It would have hit, but a flash of energy appears in front of him. He casts shield as a reaction.
Yep. No worries. I am going to cunning action dash and keep running.
No, all worries.
Fair. Let me write down.
I guess I can run all the way back into the corridor and behind Faizan, even though I'm on the ceiling, so I'm not actually hiding behind Faizan. It's symbolic.
All right. So, Tarathiel, you're on the ceiling still, and you have scooted out of there and are still in the ceiling. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Faizan, it's your turn.
No.
Well, what about his hench dude?
Oh, Hitchman.
Sakuro.
Hitchman.
Oh, right.
Put
Have someone that
arrows
can be
in
effective.
face.
And the 25 feet will get him up to there, and then
There's on Tuck.
yeah, I don't know if I should just be firing at the zombies at this point.
Which have not moved.
Just trying to do some crowd control. What the heck? I'll take a shot at him and we'll see what happens. Oh wait, how long does the shield last? Shield lasts to the end of the turn, or for the one attack?
Shield lasts until his
Last
turn.
for the end of turn.
All right, I'm gonna attack a zombie.
Till his turn.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna attack this zombie then. D20 plus 4, right?
Correct. I keep meaning to give you guys the stats for those guys, but
That's an 8 to hit.
8?
Probably doesn't hit.
that is a hit, actually.
All right, zombies this
Yes.
low. And it is a D8 plus 2 from memory,
That's correct.
doing 8 points of piercing damage.
8 points of damage. Got it.
And I got 5 feet of movement left, so he's gonna step back into the shadows a little bit, but also leave space for my companions to get in there.
All right. So, who
Go
you
Sakura.
assume is Tarlikar, it's his turn now. And he
Uh-oh.
casts a spell, and darkness blocks your vision of him, taking him off the map.
Crud.
Guys, I can't see him.
Immediately after that, Farazan, a bolt of, actually 2 bolts of flame come out of the darkness and attempt to strike you. A miss and a natural 20.
I don't like it.
For 11 points of damage, fire damage.
All right.
And now it's Khaldun's turn.
Khaldun is stepping around the corner.
Hold on. I think I got skipped.
Oh,
Oh,
you know what?
yeah, you did.
You did. I don't know why I went, but so all right, Farazan, it's your turn.
It's okay. I can just go after him because I'm going to go after him. So these are.
I don't know how I skipped you like that.
It's okay. I am too far away for one move. So I'll move Farazan forward to here.
About halfway. Okay.
Yeah, just about halfway. And he's going to throw a couple of hand axes.
Go for it.
The first one, throwy, is on the way. AC 20.
20 is a hit.
All right. This is for Cowart. 8 points of damage on that one.
Okay, so you throw the axe. It gets through his shield, strikes him. Don't see any blood because obviously this thing is undead. But Tarathiel, you yell in pain as you take 4 points of damage, and you feel a cut in exactly the same spot.
Ow.
What happened?
I don't know, but it hurts.
Can Farazan see the line?
Can Farazan see the
the black tether?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And at this point, it's more of like a wispy tether between them.
He kind of looks over his shoulder. He says, "Khaldun, is that going to be a problem? Does he need to get further away?"
Can I Arcana that?
Or do
Yes.
you have to wait till he...
Yeah. Technically, you need to wait, but go ahead. It's all right. I'll give you knowledge. Okay, yeah. Well, all right. Okay, so let's wait till your turn.
Is that a concentration spell, that tether?
You don't know.
Okay.
All right. Then Farazan is going to... let's see. Trying to think of how to best do this. If I have a weapon in one hand and a shield in the other, that means I can't grapple because there's no free hand, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
But you can drop something and try to grapple.
Yeah, I'm not going to do
Use
that.
your teeth.
Yeah, use your teeth.
Prehensile beard. That's what you need.
Prehensile beard.
Yes.
Right.
Like a barbed devil.
So what I think I'm going to do is, okay, he's going to flip the shield over his back and into the sheath, into the quiver on his back, the efficient quiver. And from kind of down on the side, he pulls out the shield in one arm. Oh, I can't get to him to do that. Anyway,
Okay.
But yeah, he's gonna pull out the shield, and then throw the second hand axe.
All right, roll the hit.
He says, "Sorry, Tarathiel. Hopefully this hurts." 9.
9 to hit. That's not
Hopefully
a
this
hit.
hurts. Nice.
I mean, he's not wrong, right?
Right. The axe buries itself into the bookcase behind him. I guess, is that a bookcase or a?
It's actually deflected by the shield.
Oh, okay.
It just off. It's next to the 5th zombie in the Zombie Congo line. Zombie Congo.
It's just Choppy.
That one was better. Keep doing that.
Choppy's failed me again. Throwy was always better. All right.
What a
You
choppy.
have failed me for the last time, Choppy.
Mhm.
And I think that is going to be it.
All right, so nothing really changed. So same thing. The darkness drops, and
11 points of damage from the firebolts.
11 from firebolts, and you no longer see him.
Says, guys, I may have made a mistake.
Well, you have a dude.
Switch.
A dude.
You have a dude.
Okay. Thistle. I think. Okay. Sorry, wrong screen. Thistle is going
So
to.
one of the zombies is partially visible.
Yep.
You can see that zombie. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Thistle's going to step up to here and take a pot shot. I think I've got a macro for this.
Right cheek is sticking out.
Yeah, 6 is not going to hit him, I don't think, right?
6 is a miss. Yes.
Right. He's,
Ducked into
Yeah,
the
pretty
darkness.
low armor class, but not technically that low.
this Thistle is going to hang his head in shame and step back. That's it.
All right. That was technically Farazan's turn
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
He's gone. Khaldun, now it's your turn. Now you can give me the Arcana check.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to identify what kind of spell this was.
All right.
23.
23. You know exactly what this is. You've read it in your
Okay.
studies in the past.
Okay.
It's not a spell. It is an
Good.
ability that a lich can
Oh,
use
crap.
to minimize the damage it takes while in combat. It tethers itself to a target, and the tether typically lasts for, mechanical rounds, 6 seconds. And it can only do it every couple of rounds. So it's not a continuous thing. It will pass. Actually, now that his turn is ended, it has passed. I forgot he just
So
went.
it just sort of evaporates.
Yeah, when the darkness came up, the 2 firebolts came out, and the tether faded.
You know what else will pass? Tarathiel.
So, I pass this information along. He's acting like a lich. That's not good. If you don't know what a lich is, they're very bad. I suggest that we run.
Google it.
And which way do you suggest I run?
The way you came. And with that, I am retreating. It looks like a lich. It acts like a lich. I'm going to treat it like a lich, which means we got no business being here.
It is a denizen of evil. We must do our best to vanquish it.
15, 20. That kind of thought will get you killed. I get your stuff.
Dips! I get the axe.
Speaking of which, I have been meaning to distribute some of the armor that I've got on me. Like I've got my original chainmail and the splint mail. I've been meaning to give it to, I don't know what Khaldun's wearing, but Thistle.
I
And,
got half
You
plate.
should do it now. It's only 5 minutes to change armor.
yeah, right. Anyway, sorry.
That's right.
And
Go
so
for
I am going to let's see. I might have clear. No, I do not.
You can act before you move.
Okay, yeah, I'll hurl a firebolt at Disco Zombie here
All right.
before I retreat.
This goes on.
14.
14's a hit.
I think that's a zombie
Nice.
strike. 11 points of flaming
11
fire.
points of flamey fire. It is teetering, but it is not down.
Okay,
Not-
and then
Rob Zombie?
it's Bob Zombie or
You lose inspiration.
Shaky Zombie. Yes. And then I move my 30 feet in the general direction of away.
All right.
And Jar's my dude. I'm looking at Jar's like, no, we're not doing this. And he goes, okay.
Yeah, he
And
does.
he's-
He's like,
He
Yes,
stays
Bulbs.
with me.
I've heard of liches before. I didn't think that. Yeah, I got your back right here. But I got your back.
Where is he? Oh,
Right, literally right beside Khaldun.
All right. Okay, I'm done.
That's it.
Yep.
At the end of your turn, 2 firebolts shoot out of the darkness and attempt to strike Tarathiel. Miss. 6. That's probably a hit, actually.
Yeah,
Uh,
16 is my AC, so
Oh, okay.
16 on the die will do it.
It does have pluses. And does 13 points of fire damage.
Okay, can I see that coming? 'Cause I
Yeah,
think
you're
I
talking
can-
about the
I
evasion
can dodge
ability.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't feel like you have to see the. Yes, you may use your ability.
Okay. I'll use my reaction to have it.
All right.
So how much damage was it, sorry?
It was a total of 13.
Okay.
Is that 2 separate sources of damage?
Is it one spell?
It's firebolt.
Okay. Firebolt is a single roll to attack, not 2.
True. Okay. Yeah. 13. Take half. You get 6.
Ow. Does he get some of that? That'd be helpful.
Works the other way.
Here, have some damage.
This feels wildly unfair.
And at the top of the round, now you did not notice it prior, but now Tarathiel, Thistle, and Sakuro, you see arcane markings throughout this cavern that were dark a second ago. They light up temporarily and then fade away.
It's a secret underground lair. Mechanical lair.
Yes.
With lasers.
Mechanical.
Laser beams. And it is now Tarathiel's turn.
So that little aside you had right before we started playing about how easy everything was and all the things that we'd killed, you're just like, just so you know, I've been holding back. Now it is time to take off the lich gloves.
Oh no. Unleash the beast.
Yeah.
All right, Tarathiel, it is your turn.
Yep, those are words I said.
I said it. I meant it.
That's right. I'm going to throw a psychic dagger at Bob Zombie hanging out on the outside here.
Go ahead.
That's a 12 to hit.
Is that 20 points of damage?
It depends on whether or not I get sneak attack. So Fezan is technically threatening it, but he's in darkness, so that's up to you.
Honestly, it doesn't perceive you. So you technically had advantage on that attack. If you want to go ahead and take the advantage.
Yeah,
Could be a
sure,
crit.
why not?
Could be a crit.
Well, I get... actually, just let me roll the attack roll, because I get...
3.
No,
Yeah.
I can't do that. Yeah, I get 3 of them. None of them are natural 20s.
All right.
But I do get a 26 total. One of them was a
19.
20 damage on Bob
20
Zombie
points of damage.
is the point.
So it, excuse me, it gets slammed. It teeters for a moment and falls over completely. Well, it was already still, but still, except for the act of falling down.
All right. And I'm going to say through the psychic link to Fezan, flame off. I repeat, flame off.
I don't get that reference. I'm a DC fan.
25, 30. I'm going to run back to there, and then I'm going to use a bonus action to pull a potion.
All right. After your turn, Tarathiel, in the darkness.
Hang on. Sakura will also run away.
Fair enough.
Thanks, guys.
Back to there.
After your turn, Tarathiel, in the darkness, Farazan, you feel heat miss you as another firebolt comes towards you, around you in the darkness. But they somehow both miss. And it is your turn, Farazan.
Farazan will move forward. Or, I don't know. Where's everybody? He's where is everyone?
You're in the dark. We're running away.
What?
Come back to us. Regroup.
He takes out a regular quarterstaff and starts tapping it on the ground as he moves back out of the.
Just fall back to the rendezvous point on Dantooine.
I mean, since he's not like under any like mechanical things where he can't figure out how to go back, can he?
No,
okay,
not at all. You know you're fine.
All right.
And this is cobbled floor. It's not even difficult terrain, so
okay.
It's not Pathfinder where it would become difficult terrain because you can't see where you're going. And yada, yada, yada.
All right, he will move back to here.
And you see things again.
Yep.
and what you see is a globe of darkness that you stepped out of, and a dead zombie, and one henchman. Everybody else is bolted.
He's like, guys, is it really
Guys?
that bad?
Guys.
It's that bad.
Then do we just leave the cave and leave the entire facility?
Possibly today, yes. Because if that thing chooses to follow us, it will kill us.
All right, then instead of taking a dash action, he is going to pull out the flail, and stand there and take the dodge action. So
All right. So you moved, swept weapons, flail and shield, and are now dodging.
Mhm.
Correct.
yep, and it doesn't matter, but he's watching the globe of darkness. He's not watching the he's not watching behind him. He's watching for if something comes out of there. So
All right. Is that it for you?
I
Farazan?
think that's it. Yes.
And Thistle?
The Thistle. Yeah.
Thistle will bravely run down to regroup with the rest of the folks.
Cowards.
Nice.
Survivors.
Survivors, yes.
Yeah, exactly. So at the end of your turn, with disadvantage, firebolts come out of the darkness. This is the first attack. With a 5 is a miss. Second, but it's only one roll.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Right.
only one roll for both
So-
bolts. Yep.
That was at disadvantage. The 5 misses,
Okay.
and the firebolts actually came down from this area of the darkness instead of what you would have thought would have been up here.
He's coming around.
And it's actually his turn now. 1 second.
I feel like Lambert in Alien, where you can just hear over the radio, like, it's in here somewhere. It's right behind you.
Where?
Right in front of you. It steps
Yeah,
out of the
that-
darkness.
No, I'm doing Drake. We are leaving.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
I would
Oh, no.
I would prefer not to. I'm going to spend my inspiration
Yes?
Yep.
Yes.
To plan.
to
Yes.
to hopefully not turn and attack you all.
Please. I'm on the ceiling. But you have reached.
Oh, that would be awesome.
12.
That would be awesome. He fixates on Tarathiel. He's like, oh, oh.
He can probably get me on the ceiling with his broom handle. Just
Oh, yeah.
DC,
12.
You said
12.
12? So you actually have +5 to that roll because you have been in combat. So that's a 17.
Okay.
ooh.
He steps out of the darkness and just stares at you with his pinpoint eyes. All right, why don't you join us? Come over here with my friends. And then for just a moment, you start stepping towards him, and you think this is your best friend ever. But you just realize he's been kicking the crap out of you and your friends. You're like, whoa, wait, hey, this is probably a spell,
Does
and I shouldn't do it. So you made a saving throw.
okay. Is there feedback on these spells? Like, does he know that Farazan passed the charm?
That's a really good question.
That is a good question. You know what? Probably not. It would be based on your reaction, how you react to it,
Okay.
or what you do. You know,
I would assume
and
it would
it would
at least be like a deception roll or something like that.
yeah, deception versus insight, exactly.
All right, then he's going
But
to
I'm
stay
looking at it
put.
real quick.
Stay put for now.
Okay, because it's not technically your turn to actually respond
Yeah,
or
yeah,
do what
yeah.
he's asking. But it takes a bonus action and does something with its hands, and then it's Khaldun's turn.
I don't like that it did something with his hands.
Like a little otter.
Okay, Calvin's turn. So I can kind of see a little bit of Farazan there, so I know he's moving in that direction.
He's standing still. He's got his shield up, his mace up, and
Right,
he's
but
in
I
defensive.
mean, but I
Yeah.
think I can see that he's no longer, he's moving in our direction, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Definitely.
okay. Um, but he's moving our direction. Slowly, defensively, which is smart. Okay, I look at Ajar. Ajar, get the hell out of here. And then, let's see. I'm going to move up just a little bit. And I look at Telerathiel and it's like, we're still running. I'm just getting Ferzan's back here.
Don't get confused.
Yes. And I'm going to stay put.
So you move up, and okay.
And then I told Ajar to run, and so Ajar boot scoots out.
All right. After your turn, Tarlikar.
Oh, wait. As an action, I'm going to use my Pearl of Power to regain a 3rd level spell.
All right.
Oops, nope, wrong one.
Um,
There we go. That's an action.
Yep. Right.
And now I'm done.
All right. At the end of your turn, Tarlikar steps back into the darkness. It is now.
Hey Matt, we've got
Yes.
Theory of Zero in the chat. It's the first time they have jumped on. They said they have been listening to the podcast.
Hey, awesome. Welcome.
Yeah.
Glad you could join us. I hope you've caught up as much as possible because you're gonna get some spoilers tonight. But thanks for joining
Welcome
us.
to the last episode of.
Yeah, that's right. Spoiler alert, TPK.
You joined us for the final episode ever. Nice. All right, so it is the top of the round, and Farazan, give me a Constitution saving throw as it holds its hand out again, a crackling energy to strike you in the chest. Blah blah blah.
I love this spell. I want to learn this ability, by the way.
Well, it's got its costs.
23 on that Constitution
23.
save.
You are fine. It attempts
You know
to
what? So
attach to your
Farazan takes
soul.
the F off his chest.
It's,
and sticks it in his face. You know what that stands for?
Farazan!
is one of the costs that you need to put your soul in a phylactery?
Yeah, you
I
have to
think
become
so.
undead and bad things. Bad things. All right, so it is now Tarathiel's turn.
Oh, I super don't want to have a turn right now.
That's strange.
but like, I don't know. I can't affect the situation, but I also don't want to run away with Fezan there. So 5, 10.
You know that
So
Farazan is next.
Yeah, I'm trying to provide him cover as he retreats. I'm on my way out of here.
Yeah, that's kind of what I want to do as well. So I'm thinking I'm going to move up to there. I'm going to take a cunning action to hide against this wall,
All right. Give me
and
your-
and then
Go
I'm
ahead.
going to ready an action to throw a psychic dagger at anything that comes out of the darkness.
Okay. Nice.
And stealth 24.
Okay. Anything else, Tarathiel?
No, that'll do me. And I guess well, I think because all of the heroes are in front of them, like between them and the danger, I think Sakura would be okay to stay there and ready an action to fire an arrow at anything coming through the corridor that's not a friend.
Farazan will say, he looks over his shoulder and, well, he doesn't see Tarathiel, but he'll say, I'm going to keep moving back a little at a time, so stay behind me. So he's planning to come back, but just only 30
Okay.
feet, so.
Your
Okay.
spider climb sense is tingling.
Yeah.
I thought I smelled your stench as I entered the space station. So at the end of your turn, Tarathiel, if you're done,
Mhm.
another bolt of fire comes out of the darkness, striking Farazan squarely where the F used to be on his chest.
Squat and the notes.
Just is that with disadvantage?
Yes, I rolled twice. I rolled a 19 and a 7. Oh, God, you're right. I'm sorry. Disadvantage. Miss. Strikes squarely where the F stands now on the floor. Good job. Yeah, no, that's a total miss. I had it backwards. I'm thinking, like, advantage, you're dead. TPK. Yes, that was a miss. Thank you.
Okay.
And it's now your turn.
Okay. He will move back. That's the wrong That's the wrong version of Farazan. I keep trying to move on we've been doing this a while. I know that OBS is up there, and I know the map is down here, and I keep.
You should be happy with yourself and always choose the same version of you. It's the best version.
That's if I was happy with the version of me, I wouldn't have that stupid rowing machine over there there's too much of me to be happy with. He is going to move back again.
Okay.
To here-ish and dodge. And I guess he can see Khaldun and whoever the heck this is. And
well, you've got a light, right?
Yep.
Well, I've got light as well, so we both.
Yeah, you got your ring, and Farazan's got his belted torch thing.
Yeah, Farazan's gonna grab that torch and stick it in the efficient quiver.
All right. So it's dark. Is that what you're saying? You're putting it up?
No, he'll keep the light on.
Okay. You're like a hotel.
That doesn't
7?
seem very efficient.
Motel 6, was it?
Hotel 6, Hotel 7, slightly off.
You think they would have gotten better? Shouldn't they be like on Hotel 37 or something by now?
I think they are Hotel None. I don't think they exist anymore.
Isn't there an 8?
Hotel 8, they're upgrading.
The Super 8.
Something like that.
Super 8 Hotel.
8. There you go.
Is there anything else, Farazan?
Oh, no. That's enough. Thank you.
Okay. At the end of your turn, a bolt of fire erupts from the darkness at Tarathiel. Missing. Oh, wait. You don't have disadvantage, do you?
Well, I guess he can
All right.
see through stealth. I mean,
Yeah, depends if he can see me.
Yeah. The 6 actually was the first thing I rolled, not the natural 20. I was thinking disadvantage. It's a miss, but it did target you. Like, it barely missed you.
Okay, it can see me.
Yes.
Clearly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you believe. You're very certain that it can see you. And then immediately after that, on its turn, it steps out of the darkness, stares directly at you. Actually, you had some cover. It was even harder to hit anyway. Stares directly at you with those red, beady eyes.
And drops a
And-
psychic dagger to the face because I had a ready action.
you had a reaction. Yep, go for it.
Nope.
Nope.
9 to hit.
9, okay.
ding.
Ah!
Too busy dodging the flame.
Yeah.
Glanced off his beady eyes.
It's like Superman with a bullet. It steps out and it stares directly at you. And its eyes, the flame, the pinpoints in its eyes intensify. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Would this be against being charmed?
It is not a charm effect, no.
Okay.
It is a murder effect.
Is it a sleep effect?
Oh, hang on. I'm sorry. Forget that. I mixed up on the range. You're actually 30 feet up and 30 feet away. So you're
Yep.
at a range of that. Rather than that, another. Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, I mean, I got to be a little fair.
That's lucky because I rolled horribly and forgot about inspiration.
It
Moving on. Mistakes were made.
holds its hand out. Another firebolt comes out. Missing. Man, you're actually kind of lucky. I'm rolling crapola today. And then it steps back into the darkness.
The dark.
I don't know why we're running from it. He can't hit the broadside of a Farazan.
That's it. And now it is Khaldun's turn.
Let's see. I am going to move down to right about. I'm trying to retreat at the same time, maintain a decent line of sight here
Mhm.
Sure. Okay.
in case he pops in, you know?
Right.
So I think I can move a little further. Let's see.
You have line of sight, but it will definitely have some cover because your corner of your square can see that. You're going from the center of your square. So you have line of sight. It's just covered line of sight.
Okay. All right. I want to move there.
Perfect. It's eliminates cover.
Okay.
Except for the 3 people, 4 people between you.
Yeah, that's not
But-
for what I want to
right.
do. That's not a problem.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Ajar is going to move down. He's keeping an eye out just in case something else nasty's coming up behind us, like another lich.
Right.
And
As you do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done.
All right. At the end of your turn, Tarathiel, a bolt of fire erupts from the darkness. Missing. Yes. Amazing. All
The
right.
cave wants us to escape.
No kidding. Yeah, you've got the Willoughby and St. Cuthbert and everybody that's good and holy on your side today.
Remember that time when we had cleric allies?
Wouldn't that be
Remember that?
cool?
Turn lich.
So at the end of your turn, Khaldun, after those firebolts come out, primarily Tarathiel and probably Farazan, you hear in a foreign language, you hear it grumble, say something. And Tarathiel, you see all of the zombies coming your way.
All of them.
Hooray.
Like all of them. In
All 4 of them.
Greyhawk.
All 4 of them. Yes, every zombie on the planet.
It's like World War Z, right? They all pile
Yeah.
up and clamber up to the ceiling.
Yes. And it is top of the round.
Haven't seen that movie.
I
Shocker.
haven't either, because I
Um,
read the book, and the book was amazing, and I didn't think the movie was anything like the book. So
I've heard that. I've heard it was worse and different.
Yeah.
Tarathiel, you see the runes that I described earlier throughout the cave. They slightly glow for a moment and then fade away. And it's now your turn.
Matt, where
Yes.
are the runes? Where do they kind of end?
It's throughout the entire cavern. They're not like in a circle.
Like, are they? I'm pinging. Are they in this part?
No. They're in where he is, his lair.
Okay. So like they end like right around here or something.
Yeah,
Like that?
they're scattered. It's they're not even etched on the wall. It's like they're in the air almost.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
And they're not stationary. They're somewhat floating.
It's like those little spinning fan hologram displays, just kind of floating above the wall.
Yeah,
You have no.
you're correct. I have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah. He lives in the letter factory.
Yep.
So I have a random idea. Is there some kind of knowledge check I can make to mechanically get the CR of a lich? Because what I really want to do is telegraph just how much trouble we're in.
It'll- Yeah, we can do something like that. You give me a knowledge, religion, or arcana, whichever's best for you. Actually, you know
Fine.
what, Khaldun, you rolled a 23. You've written some sort of master's thesis on lich in the past.
Literally.
Mhm.
Lichery. There are different kinds of liches. There are different ages of liches.
Mm-hmm.
Based on what you've heard about Tarlikar, he became a lich a month ago.
So he's a young lich,
He is a fledgling lich.
He's a lichling.
but he's still a lich.
He's still a lich, just not a powerful one, not a full powerful one. He is quite literally a fledgling lich. So yes, it's a lich, and regardless of how fledgling you are, you see how powerful it is. It's got layer actions, which I think you guys have figured that out.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It's in its layer. It's doing stuff every other turn, as well as taking additional rounds. Like, it's doing a lot of stuff. It is a lich, but you know that it's a fledgling lich. So it's not as powerful. If you open the DMG and you saw a lich, you would probably all like, change your shorts, disconnect, and never talk to me again for throwing a lich at you at level 6. This is not that creature. So,
Okay.
Little behind the scenes. It is a lich.
Yeah.
I want to make
Yeah,
that
coward.
extremely understood.
Yeah, coward. It's just a baby lich. It's so fun. We can take it home, raise it,
It's cute.
raise it as our own.
It's only a little one. All right. Tarathiel's going to throw a psychic dagger at this frontman zombie.
All right, go ahead.
14 to hit to do 10 psychic damage. Actually, it won't probably know where I am.
Absolutely does not. No,
Okay,
you're
then-
you're honestly with these guys with your just passive, you're
Passive stealth.
invisible. Yeah, you have passive stealth at this point to these creatures, so they have no
Will do.
idea.
23 damage to the
Oh my
leading
God.
zombie then.
So it immediately starts to crumble and falls over, dead.
Alright. And then Tarathiel will call out, as the owners of this new underground lair, in accordance with Cauldron Housing Ordinance 327, paragraph C, we are required to give you 2 weeks' notice for eviction. And then he runs away.
And a firebolt comes out of the darkness. Actually, have you? Is that your trick? Okay. I was about to say,
and then
if you're still there, a firebolt will come out of the
No,
darkness.
then I'm gonna run away. But I'm gonna end up landing where Sakura is, but I'm on the ceiling, so we can share a space for a minute.
Fair enough.
So let me move him out of the way. Yeah, he's gonna start beating the way back towards the entrance.
All right. Anything else, Tarathiel?
No, and I guess as always, when he stops, when he stops, he'll ready an action to fire an arrow at any enemies that become available.
Fire an arrow or
Sakura.
Zeppy, brain. Oh, it's Sakura. Okay.
Sakura. No,
Gotcha.
Tarathiel used all of his actions. Actually, he has a bonus action, and I will use it to drink the potion that I pulled out, which was the reason why I pulled it out in the first place.
You had purpose.
Yes, I had plans and thoughts and thinklets.
And yes, Theory of Zero, I am a very benevolent GM, I must say.
Something lich.
We always say that, don't we, fellas?
Yeah.
That's 6 total healing from my potion of healing, which is not
That's
great.
almost max.
Yeah, and very humble too, says Theory of Zero.
Well, it is in my humility that makes me great. All right, Tarathiel.
It's because I'm so humble.
It's because I'm so humble that I'm amazing. Anything else, Tarathiel?
No, that'll do me.
All right.
I feel like I've served my notice that I needed to.
Fairzon, it's your turn.
Oh, lordy. So he is going, I think I'm just going to have him hang out here and measure 25 feet. Who? Not me.
That's me. I'm just looking to see if you have line of sight on this most forward zombie. You do, but it's got 3/4 cover. Just FYI.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. He is going to just stand his ground, I believe. So Fairzon is going to, like, he's heard people kind of getting back. But I did forget to move Thistle last time. But I'm just gonna, he's gonna be running along with Sakura. So Fairzon's gonna move back to the next pinch point. So he's gonna stand basically right there. He would be where Tarathiel is, but underneath him. So,
Gotcha.
But he there's no way that Fairzon would know he was there. But he's just moving to the next pinch point. So,
I got you. Okay.
and dodge action.
Ooh, good plan.
All right. Into your turn passes.
Mm-hmm.
In the distance, you hear casting from Tarlakar's lair. Khaldun, it's your turn.
Okie dokie. I get out my measuring stick. And
Sorry,
I have
I should
that.
have tried to kill the one behind.
Oh, that's cool. I have nothing to smash. So, yeah, I'm just going to hang tight. Wait for my compatriots to back up a little bit. I still want to maintain, I want to be able to maintain clear line of sight up into this area until we're sort of retreated further.
Okay.
I'm done.
You are good. You have maintained sight.
Okay.
That's it. And at the end of your turn, you hear that voice in the foreign language. And Fairzon, you actually see those zombies retreating back into the lair.
They're going back in.
Good.
The zombies are not pursuing.
Good.
So let me quickly ask: are you going to continue this fight right now? If not, we're going to drop out of combat.
My intent is to get out of
GTFO, it sounds
here.
like.
Yes.
All right.
Unlock the
And-
door.
I just want to check in with
And-
everybody before I say
yes,
combat's
and
over.
lock the
but-
door. Yeah.
All right, so we're going to drop out of combat. It looks like he's not pursuing, but you do hear casting in the deck, echoing off the cavern walls, a couple more spells, and then all goes quiet.
Well, that was exciting.
Yes.
And we're going to say that you're down here, basically where a jar is. You've been strategically retreating this whole time.
Yeah.
30 seconds pass, you hear some castings. You don't see or hear anything else from the other zombies. You guys continue back, and you can put yourself all in this large chamber area if you like. Which you've been here.
Right.
This is where you started.
By my
Yes,
count, we
this is-
took out 40% of his forces,
So
which
Math
sounds way
checks
cooler than
out.
we killed 2 of their guys.
Yes. 40%.
That's right.
So the 3
I've given
henchmen,
presentations. I know how this works.
they're over in the corner and they're just chatting with each other, and they look like they've got the 1,000-yard stare. They're terrified, and they're looking to you guys, and they're like, "How do you kill a lich? They're already dead. They're power. What are we gonna do?" And they're just
I
terrified.
look at
They're just
I
going
look at
through
all 3 of them and I go, that is the right question.
that.
That's the problem with a lich.
Does that mean we get a raise?
You actually got a pretty good raise already, if I think about it. Maybe though. You've done really well in here. But yeah,
I
I mean,
feel-
so in Khaldun's mind, what he knows about liches in general is like, even if we charged in here and we killed this thing, good chance it's just gonna come back.
Khaldun, before we get too deep into this conversation, can you magically alarm one of the small,
Everything.
one of the everythings, so that we know?
Yeah,
I mean, we could
I
we
thought
could
you were gonna
magically
say,
alarm.
"Can we get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here?"
yeah. I'm gonna alarm
let's get
here.
all the way out.
Yeah, I'm gonna alarm here, and then once we get back someplace where I can spend a little time, I have arcane lock.
All right. So,
So
where
I
are you
can
casting alarm?
make this place just. I'm casting alarm in this corridor right here.
Well, he can also come around this way, right? Like we know that all connects.
Yes, you do know there are 2 ways out
oh,
of
yeah,
that
yeah,
cave.
yeah.
So it could even be
Mm.
like alarming here is better because it will get both of those.
That
Well, I
will.
can have multiple alarms. I can put one here. and I
You
can
get
put
an
one here.
alarm, and you get an alarm.
Yes.
How alarming. Are you doing spells or are you doing rituals?
Rituals.
I guess as that's going on, Tarathiel will drop down out of the shadows. And be like, tell you what, if we manage to kill the lich, you all get a bonus.
Yes. Can we take our money now and just?
No. Good try though. I think
Hey,
we've got a
ice
couple
cream
weeks.
after you finish your broccoli.
How can you have pudding if you don't kill the lich? All right, guys.
That's what I
is
tell
the
my
plan?
kids all the time.
It's the newest song from Pink Floyd. What is the plan?
Yeah, that's a good question. What is the plan?
Well, I mean, I did serve him with 2 weeks of eviction. He might leave.
So my immediate plan is to alarm these 2 locations.
Mhm.
This door and this door.
Okay,
Which
so
will
you're
take
doing
20 minutes.
20 minutes. During that downtime, does anybody else have anything specific they want to do, or just let him finish?
Not that I can think of. I think there's
Just keep an
nothing.
eye out for trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, then the 20 minutes passes. The 2 spells are cast.
Oh, actually, yes. Fairson will ask and out loud so that the henchmen hear this too. He says, did any of you recognize the language that it was speaking? There were times where it was speaking common, but a few times where it said something that didn't sound like the casting.
No, but I figure it's probably no.
Then if we could work together and write down the sounds that he made, we may be able to translate it. So get someone to translate it. It may provide some insight. So he'd like to write down. You said a few times that he was saying something. Not the sound of casting, but the sound of a language.
So while you're sitting there thinking about that, you heard him say something in the language, and then the zombies moved.
Oh, okay.
So you feel like he was giving them orders.
Okay.
It's probably saying,
Yeah.
get them.
Yeah. Basically,
So
like, kill the
I look at
infidels.
Berzon, and I'm like, whenever a wizard summons or controls a creature, that creature understands the language that they speak.
Hmm.
That's how that works.
That would make sense. Then probably nothing to be concerned with at this time.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
don't-
I got nothing then.
I don't know if I want to sleep down here anymore.
Again, ever.
You go back up to the blue crater, blue whatever it is, academy, and find the book that says 500 ways to kill a lich.
So as we're sort of taking that path out of here, the issue with the lich is its soul vessel. So we could destroy its physical, like its body, but as long as its soul vessel still exists, it will just come back in a matter of like a week or two. So that's going to be the hard part, because even if we charged in there and we were just like amazing and we burned the place down, which would be fantastic, as long as that soul vessel still exists and we have no idea what it looks like or where it is, that thing's just going to come right back.
And it can be as little as 1 day and up to 10 days, a la a D10 days later.
Yeah, a week or two.
And I guess if
But
somebody,
I'm saying it can be 1 day,
Yeah.
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm guessing if somebody murdered you and you came back, you might be interested in
Murdering
maybe
them
seeking
back.
revenge.
Yes. Yep.
I don't know about any of you guys, but if I die, that's it. I'm not coming back.
Stay there.
Now that we know that there's something in here that uses bodies as tools, I think before we get out of here, I think we need to have a body burning party. Go around to all the bodies that we've killed and burn them to ash. Which fire.
Thank goodness. I was worried for a minute you were going to say we should all get makeup and pretend to be zombies and go back in there, but
No.
That does beg the question: Can it reanimate the things that we killed today? The dinosaur, the worm things.
Yes.
I don't want to.
Oh wait,
I don't
we
wanna
burned the
fight this once
worms,
again.
didn't we?
You did burn those. So you don't think Khaldun, actually, you don't think he can reanimate the T-Rex,
Okay.
but the other minor zombies, even the ogres, yeah. You think he
Okay.
can reanimate those in enough time? Like a
All
day?
right.
Crud.
Okay. So, yeah, we go back through there and burn those, the zombies, the bodies, everything. Just, we can go back in this cave up here, kind of pull all together into a fire, and then, we can go into different areas and pull all the bodies together, roast some marshmallows, have a good time.
Sing Kumbaya.
Mhm.
I'm just envisaging trying to dispose of a body with the gnomish hot rod thing.
Real
It's
slowly.
like, yeah, trying to dispose of a body with a big lighter, just like.
And don't forget, Khaldun, you will have to recharge that. You did use it. Just FYI.
Yeah. I think you said I need to cast a 3rd level spell into it, right?
Up to a 3rd level spell. So whatever you
okay.
cast into it, like if you cast a 1st level flame burning hands, that's what you can shoot out of it. If you put a 3rd level, you can shoot out a 3rd level.
Does it have to be burning hands or like
Yes.
any spell?
No, it can be any spell, any level of spell. It converts it to burning hands, and also the quote blowtorch part of it does not work without it being charged. Yep. Okay. So it sounds
Okay.
like the plan is to go and gather all the bodies that aren't directly, like, I'm assuming that aren't sitting right outside of Tarlakar's lair.
Yes, that would be smart.
Question.
But
And
the
I don't
rest
think
of
Mage Hand can pull them out.
no, you don't think so.
Question.
Yes, you in the back.
With Farazan's lifting capacity, the pile of
You
the
can carry
stones.
twice as many.
What's that?
I said you can carry twice as many zombies.
Yeah, no, that's not what I'm asking. The pile of rubble that's here, can he put enough rubble in the way to restrict that down to a spot that we could put another alarm? Make it
You're talking
difficult
about
so that we,
in this
yeah,
area. I missed where you were pinging.
yeah. Put
That's
basically I want to know because the only thing beyond that point is his zombies already. But
right.
if he comes beyond that, then we know he's
Now
he's
that's not exactly true. There are about almost there are 8 dead zombie bodies. You fought a whole room of dead zombies.
oh.
And then I took it off of there so it wouldn't clutter everything out. But you've got all these zombies that are still dead from the fight you did before you even went into Tarlakar's lair. So there's 8 sitting there. And that's why I was going to ask, like, which, I'm assuming you're not going to try to pick up this one here because it's
No.
direct line.
No.
But are you going to try to get these?
I think we should try to, yeah.
Okay. And to answer your question about the rubble, Farazan could do it. It would be heavy and long term. It would take you a long time to do it because it's big, heavy rubble, and the little stuff wouldn't be enough to do anything but cause difficult terrain. So if you're trying to clog it up, or make it to where there's only one space, it would take a lot of time.
Okay.
And a lot of Farazans maybe
Okay.
to speed it up. But yes, it's totally doable. Like you see the top of the rubble, you've sat on the top of the rubble, you've moved through it. Given enough time, you could close this whole area off. But it would take
Just
it would
seal
take yeah, I mean it would take hours, if not days, of labor to
Okay.
get all that stacked up
Yeah,
without using magic.
the main thing is that I'd like to once we get the these cleared out. If it's we could lay a line of alarms across the one of those pinch points here or here, just to know is anything venturing out of that little area back there. So that's all.
Did I answer your question though?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
All right. So clear the zombies in this one first.
Yeah, I think if we drag them like into here, where I'm pinging,
Yeah.
that'd be a good place to.
Or do you
Make a
just
little
want to
bonfire.
light a bonfire on each one of them for about 2 rounds?
I'm afraid that would get too much of his attention.
Okay.
I think dragging the bodies may not bother him that much.
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, if he comes to fight us out here, then maybe we're not in his lair.
Yeah, well, who knows? This whole entire cave complex could be considered his lair. We really don't know.
Did you check the lease paperwork, Tarathiel, to see?
Plus, that's very metagamey. I could go do that now if you want.
Check with the
Guys-
IRS to determine what percentage of your layer is actually layer and what's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, you realize what this means?
Hmm.
We own our own murder basement. It's got a lich in it. That's pretty cool.
It's high end, Manhattan lich.
Yes,
Murder
exactly.
basement.
It's a penthouse
Yeah.
murder basement.
I think I'm not certain, but I think that actually increases the value of the property in Cauldron.
Yeah. It doesn't.
They are in vogue right now.
When we were looking for a house several years ago, we looked all around and we found this one that was a little older and all, and it had been well kept, and we were like, oh, this is pretty nice. And she's the realtor was showing us this little add-on that they had done here. They changed the garage into a little another room, which is an awful thing to do. And then we were I was looking in closets and all this other stuff, and right off of the kitchen there was what I thought was a pantry. So I opened it up, and there's this wooden staircase down into this dark, dank basement, and I was like, "Yep, it's a murder basement." And I went down there, and it's like there's stuff hanging down from the ceiling, and it's kind of dirt floor, and a couple of places. I was like, why? It's just this
No.
normal looking house on the outside, and it's like, "Yep, I'm gonna find a body down here. We're going. Goodbye."
No dirt floor basement ever since Evil Dead.
Yeah.
That's not happening. We're not doing that.
Yep. Anyway,
Cool.
dragging bodies.
So, who is doing what? Where are you going? Give me just an idea. We don't have to go in super big, definite detail. But as I am a benevolent GM, it's probably not a good idea to send the people who have disadvantage on their stealth to the room right next to the Lich. Just saying.
Yeah. I was,
Yeah, so I'm going to be on body detail, dragging these bodies into here, and then once we've moved enough of them, I'll start
Lighten them up.
smoking them.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
Farazan will stay, here-ish, so that he doesn't draw too much attention.
All right. Are you going to do anything with the T-Rex and ogres and the spawns of chaos? You did already. You already.
Yeah, I
birthed
flaming
them.
speared them, and actually,
Terminated with extreme prejudice.
yes, I flaming sphered the ogres somewhat, but I don't think I'm going to be able to drag ogre bodies, but I can go to them and sort of like
Light a
finish them off
bonfire.
or whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
Farazan can get the ogres. I mean, that's not a matter of keeping quiet at that point.
So in the room next to the Lich, Tarlikar,
Lich.
Yeah.
you're dragging those bodies out. You're gonna light up the rest of the ones that aren't completely destroyed, and then just burn them.
Yeah.
Okay. For expediency's sake, it's done. You were not bothered.
Yay.
You didn't go after this one up in the corridor,
No.
right? Okay.
Nope.
So all right, just checking.
You can have that one.
Yeah.
I'm like,
LOS
I don't
is
even
a
really
thing.
want to cross this line. I kind of want to this is as far north as I want to go. That should be north enough to be able to drag bodies around with my 8 strength.
Right. Okay. So you have dragged all the bodies, and with those that you couldn't drag, you just in case finished the burning. You now have a horrible additional smell of burnt flesh to add to already the disgusting that you had when you first opened this door. But those
Okay.
bodies are now desiccated. They're sublimated. You turn them into heat.
Yes. The heat death of
like-
the universe
it's
is
like
my ultimate goal.
Stepping out of your house on Venus. You just.
Yep.
So now
All right.
what?
I don't know about you guys, but I could do with a taco.
Yeah.
I'm going to
How,
literally
I
delete
can't
these
remember
off.
how much of a walk is it from here to Cauldron?
Weird. It's. Sorry, excuse me. It's about a quarter mile, not very long.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
because you're like under the city right now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so quarter mile
Yes.
from the entrance, no problem.
I think
be
I could
faster
eat
if we
probably
put it in a
6
dumbwaiter.
tacos.
Well, plus
Yeah, I'm waiting.
the good taco place is next to the Blue Crater Academy, so we can go do some research.
Yeah,
Yes.
research our gustatory pleasures.
Yeah, I guess short term, are we planning on coming back and fighting this thing? Do we think we have a chance of beating it?
think we need. I think if we get a little smarter about it, we may have a chance. Like full power.
Yeah.
But my concern is the soul vessel, because we can. I mean, all right, so we beat him, yay! But he's just gonna come right back.
Can you locate it somehow with?
I don't know.
Magic
I'm gonna
things?
have to research. I'll have to research that. I don't know.
Okay.
Did you say that you're also going to gather up and burn the humans? That
Mhm.
you okay? All right.
Yes, down here, the rest of the guards.
Can
All
we
right. So
do it
we're,
Can we do it outside? It stinks.
So I got a question, Matt. Tell me
Yeah.
what you think about this.
All right.
Rather than burn them, could we toss them in the green ooze pool,
yeah. Totally.
or would that? I
The
mean,
no
as a
swarm.
wizard, would I be like, oh no, I just go down there and I'll drag up the bodies and reanimate them?
No, they'll be consumed and used as poop.
Okay, so maybe that's especially for the non-zombie bodies, for the bodies that have meat on them. We should just toss them in the lake.
Okay. Oh, the lake, or are you talking about this no swarm area that you've got labeled?
Oh, well, I didn't know we had a garbage disposal. If we got a garbage disposal, we'll toss them in there.
So go in there and check that room out. And Sakura, one of them told you there's like this illusion over the pit,
Mhm.
and you fiddle with it, you interact with it, you can see through it, and down about 20 feet deep in a shallow water at the very bottom of this pit, you see a swarm of, best described as like red blood cells, just hundreds of them swimming around in this pool. And Sakura's just like starts spitting a little bit. Those things will devour a body in no time. I've seen it. It's not fun.
I look at Socorro and I'm like, perfect.
Oh, good.
I love it. I had a pet like this growing up.
Yes,
I mean-
I love it. They're great for
I mean-
cleaning the silver.
Are we sure it's not, disrespectful? And Tarathiel's kind of like side-eyeing
The
the other
bodies?
three. Yeah, because I mean, these were their colleagues.
As opposed to burning their bodies.
Well, at least that there are funerary rites that are burning bodies. I don't know about tossing them into a blender at the bottom of a pit. Whether or not that's a bit.
I think it's a great
Fair-
idea.
Farazan
I'm like,
Farazan
let's go
says
get some bodies.
Farazan says that I have been spending time at the Temple of Cord, and a body that has died in combat, it already has its honor. The war.
Well, we solved that problem really well then.
Yes, a warrior,
We
a warrior
armor
following,
deeply.
yeah, a warrior following in combat already has fulfilled their honor. At this
All
point,
right,
we are trying to keep them from becoming dishonored by becoming under the control of that thing in the cavern.
Good point. Plus, what else are we going to feed the swarm? Are we going to bring a sheep down here or something?
And Thistle is the one that talks up. He's, guys, I didn't really know any of these people, and if that thing can bring these guys back to life, I'd say get rid of the bodies. I mean,
Yeah.
so,
So,
Farazan, you got a
it's-
good point. They died in combat and whatever. They're dead. Who cares?
And I'm pretty sure that most of them, Farazan at some point said, we give you the option to leave and surrender, right? I mean, so they chose, they made their decisions. So, yep, he's sticking by the, they died with honor, and now we're going to keep them from becoming, bleh.
So
Blah.
Yeah, technical.
Khaldun looks at Farazan and is like, so what you're telling me is, if you die, you don't want your body animated.
Correct.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, preferably not.
You neither? Tarathia? All right. Okay. All right. So we won't be animating your body.
Fine, we won't be friends forever.
Whatever.
then. Friends forever?
So we're canceling the BFF tattoos then, right? That's what you're saying.
And I had that spell locked and
Ah!
loaded.
That was an accident. Sorry. I sold my armor.
Oh Lord.
This is great. We've got our own garbage disposal. This is actually quite handy.
Yeah.
Sakura he steps up. You might want to rope it off. That's a
That's a good
nasty.
idea.
That's a nasty fall.
Yes, watch that step.
Yeah.
We got out the
And yeah, especially those doors to the outside.
I mean, we all know that it's there.
Get out the black and yellow caution tape and just all around.
So what's next? So that gathering, burning, cleaning, policing the bodies, that's a good 4 hours of work
Sure.
you just did.
Then head upstairs and to the library.
And tacos.
And tacos.
To the tacos.
To the tacos.
All right. You head out. Get across the green ooze moat that you have. Head up to Cauldron. And just like previously, when you walked up to the gates, the guards nodded at you and did their pleasantries, like, hello, my lord. Step on through. No charge, as usual. Hope all is well. Is all well? Because y'all look messed up.
Yeah.
And they let you through.
Yeah, worms all over us, and yeah.
And right now, after 4 hours, it's early morning, like 2 or 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've had a
So
real
late.
itch of a day.
Yeah, late, early, whichever you want to call it.
All right, so I might eat a couple tacos. Well, this taco stands are probably closed, so yeah, hit the sack.
All right. Is that the general consensus? Everybody gonna take a nap?
Yeah.
A long rest.
Yes.
Yeah,
All right. Long rest is successful.
that's good.
It is the next morning. You have all of your spells and abilities and powers and hit me points have been restored.
Points.
Don't call them that.
Good. Where's that long rest button? I need to hit it. There we go. Boom.
Now would be the time to prepare different spells if that's
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, I figured.
We're gonna prepare
So-
different sneak attacks.
You have a mission. You have you've got a bad guy to take care of. Any prep work? Anything you guys gonna do before heading back down there?
Going to the Temple of Cord.
Okay.
And talk to the high priest about killing killing undead, powerful undead, liches, vampires, and things like that. Does he have any weapons or wands or scrolls or whatever, apprentices?
So you go to see
Killing.
Asfelkir Ranult.
Bless you.
That's his name. That's the high priest of the Temple of Cord. And you find him out in the Colosseum area where they do their sparring and training. Do we have powerful weapons and items for you? No. I decided to change the high priest of each of the temples.
Oh, I
so
know that.
you have to go. Yeah, that's Arnold. Arnold is the priest of the highly lordly might. Lal.
It's fantastic.
No, we train the muscles. That is your power. No. So in general, you may be able to get what you would get from Jinya.
Okay.
And what little you know really of religion, because you are a heathen from the hills. Lordly, Cord is just a god of battle, like just sheer one-on-one, not using that kind of thing, not using magic to have an advantage over your opponent. They like the equal footing. They want to just wrestle it out and the best man win. St. Cuthbert have nothing about that. He is all about, let's get our stuff together, let's get magicked up, let's get this as powerful as possible and then go take out. Which St. Cuthbert is also a god of war, but think more of like tactics and orders and things like that with St. Cuthbert versus barbaric might with Cord.
Oh, okay. Well, then he probably wouldn't have been spending as much time with Cord. He probably would have been sparring and working with the people of St. Cuthbert then. So
that's the thing, though. They're all priests. They aren't martial like that.
okay.
And in casual conversation, you've heard that there are paladins of St. Cuthbert, and there is an actual paladin of St. Cuthbert here in Cauldron, but he's been gone on basically what they call it, a crusade for some time now, and I haven't seen him in a while. But no, if you're going for martial training, Cord is the way to go.
Mhm.
If you're going for tactics and enchantment and magics and things like that, St. Cuthbert's the way to
Okay.
go.
And he'd probably go to St. Cuthbert.
Okay. Virginia sounds the same.
Yeah. as the as Arnold.
Okay, come back later. Lol.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, same question, Virginia.
Well, sure. We have potions. We have not much in the way of magic items. Sky might be your best chance there. Sky's Emporium. But we have several potions and scrolls that will need some money just to cover the cost, but I'll give you a severe discount.
He says that, are there any sort of things that are particularly helpful when fighting undead?
Well, besides an actual conduit of St. Cuthbert's power in the form of a paladin or a cleric, items-wise, just potions and scrolls. We don't have permanent items like that at our disposal.
Is holy water a thing that we can throw at a lich? Will that do anything?
Holy water is a thing
I'm
in
not there.
5e. Well, I mean, at a game, holy water is a thing in 5e, but its cost ratio to damage is very ineffective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 50 gold.
It's made
for
with
like
powdered silver, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's 50 gold for like a D8 splash.
Yeah.
You know, it's first level, like, hey, I've got a grenade for zombies, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not something, at least not level 6.
Okay. Anything that would provide protection?
Again, we have potions and scrolls. What are you looking for?
Yeah, I mean, Jamie doesn't know, so that's
I'd like,
Farazan doesn't.
I'd like to live through the encounter.
yeah.
Well, what are you fighting? Maybe that'll help. What are you going against?
According to Khaldun, he named it as a fledgling lich.
And she stops. Really?
I have no reason to disbelieve.
2 months ago, before I met you guys, 3 months ago, I would have laughed in your face, but you've already fought a vampire. A lich. Oh my goodness. Well, you're going to have to kill its phylactery. You have to destroy phylactery. That's where its soul is kept, or else it's just going to keep coming back and coming back. That's not that much of a problem. You just got to find out where it is and stomp on it, or, destroy it somehow. They're powerful. They very, very powerful magic users.
I was able to hit it with an axe, but unfortunately it seemed to have connected itself to Rathiel, and it caused him some pain.
They have the ability to bind their souls to another for a short period of time.
Can that be blocked?
The best thing you can do is shore up your own resistance to its control, aka increase your saving throws.
Do you have a spell or potion that would do so?
Bless would be a great addition for resisting any kind of spell.
Can I get a scroll of bless?
Certainly. 100 silver. I mean, very, very cheap. The problem is who's going to cast it. I haven't seen Alma in ages. She's been coming in and out of here recently doing things, but do any of y'all have the faith to cast this spell? Again, at a game, you can't cast scrolls unless you have it on your spell list.
Oh, crap.
And even if we could, I'd say bless is a concentration spell.
It is a concentration
You
spell.
would be doing almost nothing else.
Well, so Farazan would be the perfect person to cast it because his
Absolutely.
concentration would be like off the chart, but
Yes.
he can't cast it.
Right.
He's also most likely to get hit.
Yeah,
That's true
but-
too.
You got a massive constitution.
Yeah,
And then
he was voted most likely to be brained in high school.
I mean, he got an achievement for it.
Uh-huh. He did.
Oh yeah, I get bonuses for intelligent undead and sneak attacks and stuff.
You do.
I feel like that could be important in this circumstance.
So what was, remind me, Mike, what was that specific achievement. Do you
I
remember the
don't
wording?
remember.
It's like additional little bit of damage if you have sneak attack versus an intelligent undead. I mean, it's very specific, but this is that specific time.
I'll have to go. I have to. I'm running back through my notes. I'll see if I can find it.
Okay.
Come back to me.
All right, Khaldun. So, Farazan, real quick. Bless would be the best thing. There are higher, more powerful magics out there, but I don't even have the ability to cast those.
Okay.
So basically, to answer your question, bless until you find something a lot stronger than bless.
Okay. What about I'm sorry. I'm scrolling through cleric spells, trying to find something that might be helpful. But again, that's the thing that
Not
if
your
we
wheelhouse.
Huh?
Not your wheelhouse.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be something that like we can't cast. We would need like a potion. So the only real potions that are available are what? I don't know, aid maybe?
So a potion would have to be something that didn't affect more than one. The spell wouldn't be able to affect more than one person.
Yeah.
So you couldn't have a potion of bless.
Yeah.
So therefore, you couldn't have a potion of aid because it's an area of effect. It affects more than one person.
Okay. Okay.
So think of that frame of mind, and we'll go to Khaldun for just a second.
Yeah.
Khaldun, what you doing? I know you're doing different spells for.
I prepared. I swapped out a couple of spells, and I would like to. I'm going to go to the Blue Crater and just, first of all, ask the folks there, hey, fledgling lich. Is there any good strategies on how to take care of this creature? And the soul vessel, how do I find this thing? How will I know what it is?
So
if nobody has any immediate knowledge, I'm going to try to do some research.
All right. You go to the Blue Crater Academy. You find Master Deacon, who's been basically like your advisor or whatever while you're in school. And again, you get the similar reaction that you got from Jenya. Like people that know or that are in the know when they hear that word and they lich, they always they go blank for a second. Yeah, it's like, okay, you're talking about some serious crap here. Asks you a few questions. Are you sure it's a lich? Can you just verifying that you're
I'm not 100% certain, but it sure acted like one.
Smelled like one.
All right, so let's and this is Master Deacon. Let's go ahead and go with the knowledge that it's a lich.
And apparently it's a very young one, like less than a month old.
Oh, well, that's in your favor. They're still very powerful, very deadly. It may still be creating its phylactery. It may not have completed it.
Hey, okay. I don't know much about lichdom, so that's new to me.
Okay,
you know what? It was working on. It was at a workbench working on something.
It was. So if it hasn't finished the phylactery and you defeat it, it won't come back. But I'm going to tell you that its entire life is focused on finishing and creating that item. If it's complete, if he's had enough time, you said it's been a month, more than likely he's going to keep it close, probably hidden, but definitely close.
Is the phylactery magical? Would I be able to detect it with detect magic?
Probably, yes. Okay. Necromantic.
Any advice, like what they're capable of? We saw this black tether that seemed to like connect its life force with another creature.
It can tether itself, sharing damage. It binds its soul, but it's a limited time. Can't do it on a regular basis. Liches are very powerful. Do you absolutely have to face this thing?
Honestly, no, we don't. We found an area that we would like to honestly claim as our own, and it's unfortunately living there.
That's very unfortunate.
But aside from that, no, we really, other than there's a lich on the doorstep of Cauldron, kind of a problem.
He furrows his brow. It's close.
It's within a mile of here.
Straight down about 200 feet.
Just
I gotta go to lunch. Bye.
Yeah. He's like,
I
he
always-
starts looking
I
around.
always take my suitcase to lunch.
So when you say that, he looks very concerned. One moment, and he steps out. You know, you're in his office where you've been many times before. He steps out, and 20 minutes later, he finally comes back. I will need you to, upon your success, replace these.
Okay.
But take these; they will help. And he sets down 4 scrolls.
Right. Look over them.
2 are fireball. 1 is wall of stone.
Ooh, gosh, that's a good spell.
That is a good
The
spell.
last one is explosive ruin, sucker.
Woo!
Oh shoot! It's the last one. And then the fourth one's summon mayonnaise.
You never know how powerful that particular spell could be.
It's actually mistranslated. It's summon hell man. So
the fourth
Even
one is I'm sorry, not spell. It's the fourth one is haste. Scroll of haste.
ooh.
Oh, yes.
So 2 fireballs, a wall of stone, which I don't actually. Wall of stone's 4th level, so
I think
There's
it's pretty high level. Yeah.
there maybe you can try to cast it. There, in the book, in the rules, you
Yeah.
can attempt. It's a small chance you might fail. But anyway, you've got 2 fireballs, a wall of stone, and a scroll of haste, which he explains. I wish you the best. Of course, you're one of our better students. You've done so much for the city. But when you finish and you're successful, I will need you to come back and recreate these as soon as possible. Not overly urgent, but I've taken these from the college itself.
Okay. Yeah. This will definitely be helpful. And I know I'll be able to replace the fireballs immediately. The other 2, I don't know those spells, but I think I can probably solve that soon.
Well, if you come back, I'll teach them to you, and then you can recreate the scrolls.
Deal.
Solid.
And and Master Deacon's kind of a wily older guy. That's every time you ever talk to him, he's always been a little silly and kind of fun. Like he measured your head with his hands, with his, all that kind of stuff. He stands up, grabs your hand, shakes it, says, "I wish you the best of luck, and make St. Cuthbert be with you." He bows out.
Thank you.
Was that a technical wish?
Yeah.
Was that what?
Was that a technical wish?
Yeah, sure.
Extremely limited wish. It has no effect.
Prestidigitation.
Okay. That's concerning. and I leave. Go find the others.
So, Farazan, did you come up with anything else?
I mean, not really. The other thing, yeah, the only thing that I thought of, I have clicked away from. So, I don't think there's anything that I could find here under the cleric spell list that would just be, amazing and awesome. That we could use
so-
as a
I'm sorry, go ahead.
nothing that we could use in a potion that I could think of.
All right. Trithiel, I feel like I've kind of skipped over you. I thought I asked, but is there something that you'd like to do in preparation?
Well, I mean, 2 places that I kind of wanted to go to
All right.
seek for some kind of aid, but I don't really have anything in mind specifically as to what I'm looking for. So, Trethiel would go to Sky just to see if she has anything on hand. I think most of the time when we've tried to order things from Sky, she's had to order them in, and I think we need it sooner than that. So, but he would wander in and, fight a lich. Got anything that could help?
Oh dear. Sure. I have healing. I have scrolls to bring you back from your inevitable death. Um, Scrolls of dispel magic. I have a potion of haste. I have many, many armors and weapons. Um, I've just recently acquired a sending stone. I don't know if that's going to help you in this particular fight,
Oh,
but keep that in mind. It's a
Alright.
very, very, it's a very handy
Right.
item to have.
I did order one of those. Well, two of
sending
those.
stone.
They come in a pair. Yeah, didn't
Well,
we ordered one to give one
did.
to
You did.
Patch, right?
And so this is it. She's just forgotten
Hey.
why she ordered it.
Yep.
Um,
No,
oh,
that one's mine. I think. I don't think I paid for it from memory.
did you pay for it?
I don't think so. I'd
Okay.
need to go back and check.
I
the
didn't
notes.
think you did. I think you just asked for her to look for it and try to find it. So she's found it, and if you want to go ahead and pick it up now, that's fine. She's giving you the hero special is 20% off if you choose, and it's 4,000 silver pieces.
Okay.
not so bad.
I'll be back in just 1 second.
Okay, so that's basically 400 gold. And again, she's got various weapons and armor, which I don't think that's really what you need. She has.
Is it-
Go ahead.
Sorry, is it 400 gold before the discount or 400 gold after the discount?
It would normally be 500 gold,
Okay, cool.
so it costs you 400 for the sending stones, and it's a pair.
That's-
It is a pair of stones.
Yep.
Um,
Can
she
I pay for it
has.
in copper because we recently came into like 1 billion copper.
You didn't take it out with you though. That's the only thing. It's still down there being guarded by a lich, sort of. She has basically unlimited regular healing potions. She has several of the greater healing potions, a potion of haste, or scrolls of other things beyond that. And one of the scrolls she has is Scroll of Raised Dead. But again, it has to be
is-
on your list. So
How about lower dead?
Yeah, is lower dead. Is raised dead is it like a reanimation thing or is it more like a reincarnation thing? Like, does it bring
That's-
somebody back to life?
that brings a dead character back to life.
Ooh,
That's
I
handy.
feel like we might want that. I'm gonna run out of gold. All right. Well, I want to buy a couple of the potions of healing.
All right. The minor ones, just the straight up potion of healing, they're from her 40 gold, 400 silver, 40 gold apiece. That is with the discount.
Yeah, cool. I will buy 3 of them.
She has 6 of the greater, which are 200 gold apiece, so 2,000 silver apiece. They're the 44 plus 4s. Potion of
run out.
haste is
Run out of money
3,000
trying to buy
silver.
those.
Okay. I want them all.
Yeah.
Are there holy weapons in 5e?
Yes, there are. There are no holy weapons in Cauldron, though.
Dang.
those are damn near legendary weapons, though.
Yeah.
So Ferzan Tarathiel, when you were fighting the Lich and he was doing his like beady-eyed stare at you, did you mention that at all? Like wanting to switch sides?
Oh yeah, Farazan was like when he was talking about the language stuff, he would have definitely brought that up at that point. So
Okay. All right. So
Tarathiel's got retconned.
It did.
Yeah.
It was out of range, but
okay.
you guys have had time to discuss. Take it for granted that you know what everybody else knows.
Okay.
All right.
So that sounds like a charm effect to me,
mhm,
and that could be devastating.
mhm.
We need to figure out a way to counter that.
Sunglasses.
Yeah, fighting with your eyes closed could work.
Yeah. Really?
I don't know if that's a spell or if that's just something that liches can do, get inside your head.
Farazan, it was obviously a spell. He casts Charm Person.
Okay.
I mean, it's
Okay.
it's-
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it was a spell cast. When he does something that's an ability, there's no spell casting.
Yeah, you don't
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I
That-
didn't know
that's-
because I didn't see interaction. I just heard charm effect going on. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh
So,
crap.
so do we? And sorry to interrupt. He will ask. Farazan will ask Khaldun, "Do you have the ability to create an area of silence?"
I do not. But I can dispel magic in an area.
Is that a wizard spell or is that a cleric spell?
Silence?
Oh, silence.
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up.
I think it's
I
both.
don't know.
I'm not
I
sure.
think it used to just be cleric, but I think it's actually both now. I'll check it really quick.
cleric.
But I do know that I don't know it.
Yeah. This says bard, cleric, ranger.
So, Tarathiel, you had a second person you were wanting to go see? Or talk
I
about?
went to track down the Striders of Falon and see if they
Oh,
have any advice.
okay. So it's not hard. All you have to do is go back to the slippery eel. I'm sorry, not slippery eel. That's
The Koinixie.
Koinixie is the high end place. Menuda's board. Menuda's board. That's where you eventually met. That's where Maple introduced you to Fario and Felion, and you were instructed if you ever need them. That's where you can go and find them, meet up with them, and also, I think you may have forgotten. There, you have access to resources through them.
Hmm.
Game mechanics wise, on a monthly basis, you have 1,500 silver worth, or no, 1,500 gold worth of consumable items that you can get from them because you become part of the Striders of Fairlawn. You are a Strider of Fairlawn.
Mhm.
But I don't think it's just not come up. I'm not sure, but
No, it hasn't.
yeah. So you get a Menuda's board, and Fario's there. They're both elves, and he's back in the common room where they normally are, and he's sitting there. He stands up. Trithiel.
Fario. We found a rather unpleasant bugger living in a cave near here.
All right.
Seems to be a undead gnoll that is throwing spells around.
Well, that's
The word-
unfortunate.
The word lich was mentioned.
Shit. He laughs. Whatever.
Yeah, well, we're going to try and put this bugger down. So,
And his
Alright.
smile slowly fades. Really, a lich?
yes, really. Seems like it's a fresh one.
It's still moist.
It's a little undercooked. It's
Oh.
possible that he hasn't got his soul KG thing together yet. So the sooner the better.
And he closes his eyes and he says to you, "Give me just a moment." And he looks as though he's having a conversation with his eyes closed. He's nodding, not to somebody, but like how you just instinctually, when you agree, you just kind of nod. So his eyes are closed. He's discussing something with somebody. Opens his eyes and looks at you. We have potions, we have scrolls, we have a wand. The wand is of healing. Don't want to give it to you, but we'll definitely let you use it. But the potions and scrolls, healing, scrolls of protective magic, a couple other things, are yours.
Perfect. If we live, happy to bring it back.
Just the wand. Everything else is yours. The wand, it's the only one we have. So, what do you want? What can I get for you? I can get it within the hour.
Well, I think we need protection more than anything else. He seems to be able to do some weird tether thing. Anything that can prevent him from doing that. Because otherwise, whenever my buddy tries to chop him up, then it hurts. It hurts me.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, it's not pleasant. Farazan hits hard.
So, one of the things, we have potions of protection that will make you harder to hit. won't really help out with the saving with the saving throws. Won't help out with your resisting spells. We have potions of and Matt can't remember the name of it. It's the cleric spell that gives you +2 to your armor class for a minute.
Armor that Agathis.
No, however,
Shield of
since
Faith.
you shield of
Shield
faith,
of
thank you. However, since good idea. That is one of the possibilities of the potion, potion of armor of Agathis. And what that does is it gives you temporary hit points, and whenever you're hit physically, like melee, you take damage based on how much protection you have. Not a bad spell,
Yeah.
but
But the attacker takes damage, right?
correct. But it has to be melee damage. It has to be like in your face, touching you. I think might want to check that out,
Nope.
but
Not chucking a firebolt at you.
yeah,
Um,
probably not.
One of the things that he was doing is chucking around a big globe of darkness.
Well, I can get you a scroll of dispel magic. I don't know if you have. Can you use that? Do you have somebody that can use that? I guess
I've got a friend
Khaldun could use it, can he?
Yeah, I've got a friend that might be able to. And if we can't use it, then, like I said, if we live, happy to bring it back.
It's yours. Okay. How many do you want? And you could get 3, but that's pretty much all you'd get from him is those 3 spells, because that's 3rd level spell.
Yeah, so I think we want the Shield of Faith ones.
That's a potion. Okay. How many of those
Yeah.
do you want?
What do you guys reckon? You reckon 2?
I mean,
Yeah, two would be good because each of you could use that. Now it's concentration spell, even with a potion, it's still concentration.
It is. But you don't concentrate on anything else, so that's kind of nice.
Wall of Stone is 5th level.
Wall of Stone's 5th level? Okay.
Yeah.
And then, what was the Potion of Protection?
Shield of Faith? That's like a 1st level spell.
Yeah.
No, it was the Shield of Faith one, but there was the Protection something.
Oh, the Armor of Agathis. Is that the one you're
The
talking
first
about?
one you said.
I think it was just generic protection spells.
Just generic protection.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
saying we have protectives, and now he's like listing specifics.
All right. Yeah, I think then we'll grab a couple of the Shield of Faith ones, and if we can get 2 Scrolls of Dispel Magic, then we'll do that.
2 and 2?
If that comes at the expense of the Wand of Healing, then I don't know if the Wand of Healing is also included in that set. Whatever we can get.
You get the 2 and 2. That's fine. We have those
Okay.
available. Go ahead and take the wand. Use it. Stay alive. I would ask that you tell me where you're going, so that worst case scenario we can find you.
Retrieve it.
I can.
Yeah.
I can draw your map,
All right.
and
And-
yeah, Tarathiel will draw a map of where the cavern entrance is.
Okay.
Just be careful in the front room. There's a pit hidden by illusion with some nasty stuff in the bottom.
And he just kind of smiles and shakes his head, and he takes the drawing, looks at it, and then casts a quick spell and burns it. I got it.
Awesome.
I got it.
Awesome. Once we get the basement cleared out, we'll have a housewarming and you can come. It'll be great.
Can't wait.
How about scrolls or potions of protection from good and evil?
Jinya would have had that, and absolutely.
Okay.
And that will protect you from charm.
Yes.
So, yes. Talking to Jinya, she, I've been casting higher level spells so long that I forgot about those rudimentary things that I've forgotten about. Yeah, we've got we have potions of protection from evil.
Okay,
and
3
good.
3 of those.
3 of those. There are 400 silver apiece. Yes, 400 silver apiece.
Okay.
So 40 gold apiece.
Okay. Done.
Yes.
Cha-ching.
And she looks a little ashamed. It's just for the cost. If I could give it to you, I would. But
It's fine. That's,
things cost, and
That's pretty crazy cheap.
She's a church, not a charity.
yeah.
yeah, right.
He'll also drop 100 gold into the collection plate as it walks around.
Oh, that's not necessary. Thank you.
No, please stop.
No. All right,
we're
does-
loaded for bear.
Yeah.
Does anybody have anything else they'd like to do?
Take a level in cleric.
Okay.
By the last
You
will
retrain.
and testament.
You could retrain. It would take you a couple of months, but
No. I am going to take a level in cleric. I've just decided.
all right. Anything?
Not right
Anything for the
Yeah,
immediate?
I do have one thing.
Okay.
Tarathiel will go back to the orphanage, and he will go. What's the name of the lady that runs the orphanage? Gretchen, right?
Gretchen.
So he just kind of goes there, and he kind of wants to be surrounded by the kids a little bit, but
Happiness.
he's still pretty standoffish.
So you go
and,
back to. Go ahead.
He'll take Gretchen aside, and he reaches under his shirt and pulls off a leather strap with a wooden carving of a raven. Could you hold on to this for me?
Oh, certainly, dear. It's quite pretty.
Well,
What is this?
Something that a loved one gave me, and if I fall, I don't want it to be left underground in the dark. And if I rise up again, I don't want for a dead body to be wandering around with that around their neck.
I'll keep it close to my heart.
Next to the key, right?
Next to the key. The brand new key. Now, nobody ever
Right.
got that key. You remember that, right? I kept it safe. I kept it secure. I will keep this just as safe and secure.
Thank you.
Oh, by the way, have you heard from Patch? He's been gone for several days, and we haven't heard from him.
No,
I'm sorry. You have enough on your mind. Go ahead.
that might be a tomorrow problem. I will
Okay.
definitely try and come and help with that.
Okay. I have your raven. It will be safe. I promise.
Thank you.
You look close enough. It looks like a writing desk.
Disadvantage. Anything else,
think,
guys?
I think Faizan already spent his advantage. So
In a very, very useful way. Well, I think you held it. I don't remember how you used it, but I
it's
like that
definitely
you
on a
used it.
save. That's what you always use them on.
Yes.
Saves.
Especially the saver sucks when it really could suck. Yeah, you want to save.
Yes.
Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
All right. The next week we will conduct the assault on Tarlikar the Lich.
Hooray.
We'll see you next time.
We'll throw a bunch of scrolls at him.
I'm gonna pay you to just move out,
We-
please.
we bought you all this cool stuff. Please go away.
Exactly.
I can't even cast this. Here, take it.
Oh, that's great.
He comes out there. He's ready to just melt our faces. It's like paper.
Wow, this is quite nice.
Why didn't you say so?
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
give him the deed to a house way out in the woods.
That's right.
Oh.
We're gonna find out he's actually a pretty cool dude. He's just dead.
He didn't really want to be a lich. Peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
I'm gonna name you Bernie.
He tripped and fell on a fly tree.
Yeah, right. Tripped and fell into a ritual for 12 days straight.
All right.
All right, cool.
Have a good night.
Guys, have a good week. We will pick this up maybe with the final episode. I don't think so. I
I think we got this.
think you got it.
Uh,
We'll see.
Most of us will live through this.
The protection of good from good and evil is a definite mark in our feathers in our caps, so we can't be charmed. So
Definitely could be a game changer for sure.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right.
All right.
Good night.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Good night.